You are looking live at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Bandits U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the Profs from Rowan University, the club team of Rowan. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action on a, let's say it, it's a college hockey Saturday. We have a college team playing, so forget about the college football. We're on with the bespectacled numerals on the back. They have the pink socks on the back, but they're different on the front. The funky stripe at the bottom of the jersey that has the semi-lightning bolt over there in the middle. Black helmets and white name plates across the back as they get set to go. The Profs, well, it's going to be a tough one in terms of name recognition because there's no numbers on the jerseys for the Profs. This, I guess, is not any kind of official game for either team, so to speak. So the Profs not donning their full uniforms. They have the practice jerseys in the mustard yellow with brown pants and the yellow stripe on the side, the Rowan logo on the front crest of their jersey. So we'll try to do our best. You're going to hear a lot of last names when we're talking about Bandits, and you're going to hear a lot of Rowan when we're talking about the Profs. They will play 17-minute periods here. Which rule set they are playing with is not necessarily clear. If they're playing USA Hockey U19 and below, then we would have no delayed offsides and icing in effect in all situations. If they were playing the collegiate club rules, I believe those would have delayed offsides and you would be permitted to ice the puck without penalty in a shorthanded situation. All will be revealed as we go along and get set for some Saturday night hockey. If you're just joining us for the first time, we appreciate that you are doing that, and we would invite you to subscribe to the channel Rizzo Vision and hit the alerts button, and then every time the Bandits go live or we upload content later on, like a better copy of the game, then you will be informed as best and as timely as possible. Harper Keenan dons the net to your YouTube left. She will guard it there. Logan Shoemaker-Gromick, one of the defensemen, and Fernanda Venuto, the other. And the Bandits, well, they were starting out with 6, so Shoemaker-Gromick hustles off the ice. And Olivia Rothstein will be the left defenseman, Fernanda Venuto on the right. Gabby Rothstein on the face-off dot. And we are underway. She wins it to Izzy Camerata and Maeve McNulty, the other forward, on the line. Moved up and out to neutral ice. Venuto has it. Over to Rothstein. Olivia Rothstein will gain the line of center and dump it in across ice to the far side corner. Profs pick it up, send it around the board to the far side as they attempt a breakout, but it goes right back toward the middle. Olivia Rothstein ping-ponged it forward, but they couldn't get possession there. Venuto for Rothstein, can't quite complete the pass. Profs have it in the attacking zone. They try to center it. There's a lot of traffic there. Redirected in front. Venuto picked a loose puck out of there, and she fished it away from Keenan. Just underway, 16:08 left in period 1. Bandits in their black jerseys, and the Rowan University Profs in the yellow and brown. Rowan was known for a long time as Glassboro State University, the alma mater of my brother-in-law, Steve. Wrist shot by Camerata. And it is blockered away. I think that's Savannah Thomas in net, but we'll try to double check that for you. Mandy Scott taking a game at defense over to Logan Shoemaker-Gromick. Sent through the neutral zone. No connection there. Chipped up the near side boards. Folia tries to move it forward. Got it far enough with momentum to get it out of the zone. Folia with McSherry and Sperling up front now. I think they're just playing with 4D tonight, and there's Mandy Scott hustling back to the short on the backline. That one was fired in, and that gives us the indication that they're playing delayed offside. So we would imagine that if and when a team gets shorthanded, as Sperling comes in, takes a shot and it's knocked away with the right pad, we imagine that when some team gets shorthanded, they will be permitted to send the puck all the way down without penalty of a face-off in their own zone. Ava Otterbein hustling over to force that pass. Shoemaker-Gromick picks it up, gets through a little bit of neutralize. Sperling was standing sentry there. She was about to change, but she didn't want to give up her position. Olivia Rothstein picks it up in her own end, banks it off the boards on the far side. Profs keep it in at the point, but it's picked up by Sperling, who finds Mia McSherry. McSherry doesn't have much room, so she chips it over to Olivia Rothstein, who will carry it in, and the defenseman had it for a while, sent it along the end boards over there. McSherry battling for it. Rizzo over there with McSherry. Rizzo tried to center it there, didn't get it through. One of the Profs got a stick on it, and the Profs will break it out. Up to neutral ice and over the blue line, they get it in. Now it comes around to the near side wall. Otterbein for Rizzo. Rizzo trying to get through the D, gets through one, gets it in onside, had Klaus with her, but they were kind of bunched up in the same spot there. Klaus will pick it up. Annalise Klaus will send it in. Rizzo and Otterbein will give chase, and it will come on Otterbein's side, trying to force the turnover, to try to regather. Scott steps in at the point, couldn't quite keep it in, but she prevented the break. Here's a rush back. Klaus is getting back and just got away with a trip right there. Just absolutely got away with one. She didn't do it on purpose, but she definitely tripped her. So Annalise Klaus gets a Christmas gift right there a little bit early. Chipped out of the zone. Venuto is going to move it forward and try to stay with it up there. She's a defenseman, but has Gabby Rothstein pitching back to cover her defensive spot as the puck gets dumped in. And Rowan University Profs try to possess it, but so far the Bandits have had a little bit better of the play and the possession. Sent through in a little bit of a risky zone there by Maeve McNulty, but Shoemaker-Gromick brings it all the way in. Fires it off a leg pad, still has it in there. Gabby Rothstein jumps up to the point to cover it there. Rothstein has it. She's going to walk it in from the point as Shoemaker-Gromick gets back to her customary spot at the right point. It's along the boards on the far side. Scott stepped in, knocked it down, and Camarada comes back to break up the rush. Izzy Camarada, 93. Saw that her defenseman stepped up, and she hustled back to make sure that didn't break out. No score. The Bandits are playing Rowan University's club team. There's a couple of familiar names among the freshmen for Rowan that we got to see play as recently as last season. Two from the Piedmont Predators, Annetta Kokarkova and Kieran Fleeg. And Claire Meehan was another familiar name. But I don't know who's who because there's no numbers, and I am not good at detecting the differences between ponytails of people who I don't know. So Rowan brings it in, and they dump it in. Keenan will steer it aside, no score, as we tick down to 11 minutes left in the first. Bandits moving it out. McNulty getting a little help from Gabby Rothstein there. Camarada was in the area. Now she moves back to the center dot as the puck moves around, but she still chases it down. Centering feed can't connect, and Olivia Rothstein will retreat back into her own zone, allow at least a couple of the forwards to change, or one. Camerata has it now, and she's a woman on a mission by herself, but she got a shot off that, even though it was blocked, as Julia Folia picked that one up. The shot was blocked, but she met forward enough that they could have possession. Folia picks it up. She's going to walk in, take it. Rebound was there. Folia hustling to try to get it. She does get it, leaves it for McSherry, who's going to walk in, centering feed, redirected in front, and they score! Jessie Sperling in front of the net redirects Mia McSherry's shot over the netminder's left shoulder, and it's 1-0 Bandits with 10:06 left in the first period. Well, now McSherry is going to take the head of the Selly line, so I'm going to have to say that maybe it wasn't Jessie that redirected it, and we're going to say that's Mia McSherry's goal. So put one on the board for 1-3. Sperling at least can get credit for the screen. So even if it was not she that made the puck redirect, she certainly played a big role as Harper Keenan makes the glove save and holds on. Very important to try to convey that to the girls. Doesn't matter if you're down 8-0. If you score, please, whoever scored, lead the Selly line so we could tell everybody who's watching who it was. Here comes Julia Folia. She gains the line of center. Wrist shot, knocked down, rebound loose, and it's swept away just in the nick of time. McSherry in front, and she sends one toward the net, but it looked like there was a save by one of the Rowan players, not the goalie. Profs put it up but not out. Scott sent it at net. Sperling over there. McShift, they get it out. They don't get it cleanly forward, but they do enough to get it out of the zone. Here comes one hustling. They go to the outside, now to the inside, backhand. A nifty shot, but a left pad save by Keenan. That one whistles just wide and comes to the left point. Kept in over there by Rowan. This is their best run of offensive possession that they've had in the game so far. A game they trail 1-0 to the Bandits. That one sent in. Scott gloved it down. Calmly sends it forward. Bandits were in a change, so they didn't get it out there completely free. And now they move it up. Otterbein has it, gains the line on the right side, 58 in black. Bellin is up there at the point. They try to exchange it, using the bodies to shield it off. They go low. Rizzo toward the middle. Just needed that puck to bounce a little bit more in her direction, and she might have had something. Rizzo with a nifty little bump there, Canadian style, after the right point person dumped it in. There's a save on the stuff shot by Keenan. Whistle stops play. 8:01 left, period 1. 1-0 New Jersey Bandits. We are at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, in the outskirts, very close to Rowan University. And that is the opponent tonight. Fire, but Keenan keeps the left pad out long enough, rather the right pad long enough to make the save. She was sliding one way and she went the other way. Rizzo sends it up the middle. Couldn't connect with Otterbein, who turned one way, and that will be an icing. 7:37 left, period number 1. 1-0. Sorry. Slapper, Keenan saw it all the way. Snared it with the trapper. It's what they used to call the catching gloves back in old time hockey. the trapper and the waffle board, the catching glove and the blocker, to more common terms now. When you think of a trapper, oh, there's a big trip, and there will be a power play for the Bandits. Gabby Rothstein, the recipient of the trip, the victim of it, and coming off a little gingerly, seems to be okay, but sort of took an awkward fall there. You hope that she didn't twist a knee or something. So somebody goes into the box. Somebody, could be anybody, for the Profs. They don't have the penalty time on the board yet, hence the far side referee whistles it down before that could happen. So they give us a number, and it's 17. Of course, I don't have a 17 among the few numbers that I have, so I'm guessing it's either Annabella Knavel or Claire Meehan. Those are two players' names that I have, but I don't have numbers. As they start the power play, do the Bandits playing catch. Scott and Sperling. Sperling along the half board's got company that she didn't like. That one's going to be sent down. And even if it clears the line, it's not an icing, and the referees did not have their hand up as we would be used to. And pretty much every other game this season after this one, that would have been an icing potential call, but they are playing by, I would say, the collegiate rules and not the USA hockey rules for this level that the Bandits typically play at. Sperling shot gets knocked up and over the glass behind the goal, and they will face it off to the circle of the goaltender's left. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Claus on the right wing, Venuto on the right point, Olivia Rothstein on the left. Tied up on the face-off. It comes to Venuto. She's going to walk it to the middle. Wrist shot goes through a couple of legs. Rizzo had it there, 1-on-3, and couldn't find the handle. And incomplete pass, trying to get it out of the zone there after the Rowan player is down. Claus and Rizzo will break in 2-on-2. Claus will send it over to Rizzo, but actually had that one whacked right away. Otterbein kept it in, but didn't even realize her good work and good fortune. Now Olivia Rothstein has it. She'll break in, has Rizzo up the middle, and Claus as the trailer. Rothstein looking, still with it, Olivia Rothstein, still with it in the corner. Tries to go to the point. Claus gets it to Venuto. Rizzo in front, redirected just wide. Rizzo got the stick blade on it and sent it just wide. Comes between the points, and that one just one of those super slow pucks that Venuto isn't able to handle. Olivia Rothstein mishandled it there. The penalty expires. They've killed it off, and Rowan now back to full and even strength. Chipped up the sideboards, Olivia Rothstein, but it comes right back in. Rizzo knocked it down for a moment, but coming through the middle, nifty play, left pad saved by Keenan, rebound, couldn't get it in front as Venuto got the stick on there just in time. Tries to power it up the right side. Camerata eventually is the one to get it out, and it's put back in offside. .4:39 left period one. 1-0 Bandits on the goal by Mia McSherry. Power play 0 for 1 so far for the Bandits. And they've committed no enforced infractions, although there was one that they got away with earlier. So on the breaks from the ref ledger, it's 1-0 Bandits as well. Near side wall, it bounces off. Camerata there disrupts the play. Gabby Rothstein got a piece of it. Now Gabby Rothstein pushes it all the way back in with the forecheck, just all over the possessing puck player there, and eventually gets it away from her. In front, Camerata with the goal, and the sniper puts it in over the left shoulder of the goaltender off the feed from Gabby Rothstein, doubling the lead. 2-0 Bandits with 4:04 left in period one. Gabby Rothstein was just all over the player with the puck, and she hounded and hounded and hounded her until Maeve McNulty met the pair behind the net. Once she did, Rothstein fished away the puck, and Camerata just materialized like Brett Hull in 1996, alone in the slot. The last person that you want to leave alone in the slot is 93, and when she got it, she just unloaded it, and the goaltender had no chance. Right into the top right corner of the net from close range. Redirected now, and it goes just wide. Camerata chasing after it again. Knocks the player down just with the force of speed. One-timer, McNulty couldn't get it through traffic, and that time they saw the backdoor play, and they made sure two defenders got into the shooting lane so McNulty's couldn't get through. Camerata forces the pass up. McNulty tried to redirect it from the middle of the slot. Rowan now just wants to get it out. They do. It's a one-on-one, but Shoemaker-Gromick breaks it up, so there's no clear path to the net. Uses the body, makes the player spin around, gets a little help. McNulty picks it off, chips it up. She won't be able to hold it, but she does get it out of the zone. That's going to allow Camerata a well-earned change and a rest on the bench as the Bandits switch it up. McSherry up front with Folia and Sperling as Keenan makes a save with the stick and controlled the rebound to keep it out of danger. Sperling uses the body to spin around. Got a little hook there, but probably a good non-call. You got to let some of those go, and the player didn't really impede her too much, just kind of playing hockey right there. Venuto calmly moves it up to Sperling, who sends it through the wickets of McSherry. McSherry had the first. That's number 13, and then you add 80 to that, and you get 93, and that's your second goal scorer, Camerata. Sperling got it tangled up in the equipment as we head to the final 2 minutes of period one. The Malachi Crunch. Go back to your old Happy Days reruns if you don't know the reference, and the Bandits break up the 1-on-2. Folia comes out, has Sperling looking to tee it up. She does, but fires it wide. McSherry trying to hustle in for the rebound, but it goes to one of the Rowan players who get there first. Venuto spins, backhands it blindly. McSherry grabs it and fires it in. Sperling's coming out the other side, but she's got to play zone defense there, as she wasn't going to be there in time. With 72 seconds left in period one, a period in which they lead 2-0. Here comes Ava Otterbein. She's got McSherry coming down the middle, spins around in the corner, looking for it still. Couldn't possess it for a moment. Now the Rowan player picks it up, and the Profs will send it up and get it out, but this will be an icing unless that puck dies, and that puck is dying like from sniper fire. That puck looked like it was going to be an easy icing, but boy, it just died on its end. Here comes Mandy Scott. She's going to try to break it up the side. Did for a moment. Got shuffled off over there. And here's Olivia Rothstein. Sends it up the middle. Was trying to hit Rizzo. Claus will pick it up. Claus was looking for Rizzo. This one will maybe be an icing, but it's caught as that puck dies on the line. 15 seconds now remaining in the first. Rizzo picks it off the wall. Gets through one. Gets through another. Tees it up. Shot. Save with the blocker. Goes to the corner. Fired out. Scott at the point with 5 seconds. Sends it through the middle and just couldn't get it all the way through. That is going to expire the period. And that looked like, if you couldn't see the clock, it looked like the Bandits maybe had jumped up and given up a little too much real estate there and were going to give up a 2-on-1. But they knew the spatiality of where the puck was and how much time was left, and that 2-on-1 was never going to materialize. So they played it smart. If you have that little amount of time left, you can push in the offensive zone, and the other team's just going to run out of time at some point, and that's exactly what happened there. So they almost generate the extra bit of offense, but 2 will be something that they would sign for in most games this season after 1. We don't have the benefit of seeing shots on goal. I can ask our statistician, Kevin Camarada, do we have any kind of shots on goal for the first period?
Not a complete one. I'd say it's about 8-8.
Okay, so we're saying the shots are about 8-8 through 1. So Harper Keenan looking sharp. They haven't had a lot of possession, a lot of elongated possession in the offensive zone have the Rowan University Profs. But they have had a number of good scoring chances, and Harper Keenan has been up to the task. On Saturday afternoon, since the Giants and the Jets, we're imagining most of you listening are Giants and Jets fans, and maybe some of you are Cowboys and Bills fans, and still others of you are Lions and Chiefs fans. But in the middle of the afternoon, the Bandits will be back at it in a league game against the State Line Hawks from Larchmont, New York, and we'll bring it to you on Thomason. If it's not, then it's Dallas Hainsworth. Guarding the goal to your YouTube left. Referee checking to make sure that the penalty box door is securely fastened. The teams throw 5 skaters aside. Gabby Rothstein up front with Izzy Camarada and Maeve McNulty as we are underway, period number 2. Logan Shoemaker-Gromick and Mandy Scott, the defense pair. Bandits for the moment playing with 4D tonight. We'll see if anybody else jumps in there or switches over. Here comes Rothstein. Reshot, she scores! Gabby Rothstein! That was a knuckleball. And it eludes the glove and finds the back of the net to make it 3-0, 20 seconds into period number 2. Rothstein was trying to tee it up. I mean, we could talk to her after the game. She was trying to tee it up, and it looked like as she followed through, the puck just sort of went off the heel of the stick, and it kind of sputtered and just eluded the netminder. But you will take him any way you can get him. Sperling fires that one on. McSherry with the wrap. Brought it in on the delayed offside. The Bandits tag up. Have to get used to the different set of rules for an evening. Maybe they shouldn't get too used to them because those are the ones that they're not going to be playing in about 17 hours when the stakes of the game get a little bit higher because it's a league game. But I think the way the girls play, they play all the games like they're their last. And there are a finite number. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but especially when you get to the 19U level and you have a lot of high school seniors out there, you start to feel the finiteness of the number of practices they have left, the number of games they have left, and the amount of them you're lucky enough to maybe attend. Julia Folia breaks it in. Down the middle, wrist shot. That's a big save right there. She got the blocker on it and then covered it with the catching glove before it could hit the ice, and Jessie Sperling was looking to sweep that one in if it did. Offensive zone draw, Otterbein on the dot. Bellin, big save there. That one chipped up and out. Mandy Scott off the boards, trying to battle 1-on-2. Gets a little help from Rizzo over there. Rizzo gets it out. They send it in on the delayed offside, so even if that puck had gone into the net, it would not have counted. They clear the zone and they're onside now. Shoemaker-Gromick battling over there. Bellin steps in. It comes to the middle. Broken up there by Scott. Rizzo gets a piece. Otterbein battles for it below the end line. Scott and Otterbein force it to the far side, and that makes Shoemaker-Gromick give chase. The Stevenson University commit tries to move it forward, gets a little help from Otterbein, looking to break it out. And Shoemaker-Gromick is going to come on a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2 with Rizzo. Shoemaker-Gromick has it, shoots it, goes wide and bounds off the end boards. Comes to the near side wall, and the Profs move it out. and move it through the middle, but Shoemaker-Gromick stepped into the middle. Rizzo picks it up, tries to get around on the left side, couldn't do it. Gets a little help from Otterbein, who dumps it, but doesn't get it all the way into the zone. Bellin took a hit up high there. No call, as the player was just moving the puck and kind of got the hands up by where Bellin was. She leaned in. Not shaken up or anything either. Bounced off the boards on the far side. Centered through the middle, and nobody picks it up there as it didn't get through. Rizzo battles for it, gets through one, will use her defenseman trying to get it, anything working up the middle. They can get it in on the sides, they just haven't gotten too much stuff going on in the middle. There's a centering attempt, but nobody there. Rizzo got a piece of the shot to make it go wide with the shin pad or maybe the stick. They play with it around. Now somebody's trying to get open in front, but they're not getting the puck over there. Scott decks whoever's there. They get at it close. 1 pound, 2 pound, and Harper Keenan knocks it away. Bellin's going to break it out, tries to ice it, but whiffs on it, and now sends it in off of a stick, and it goes toward the goaltender. She's got to make a stop there, and the Bandits change clearly enough and prevent the rush, but don't prevent Rowan from getting it in. Somebody tripped over the end line over there, and she's not very happy about it. Rowan sort of having a little bit better of a second period in terms of possession, and just as I say that, it's Camerata and McNulty breaking in 2-on-1. Camerata passed a little bit too far for McNulty, but she regains it in the near side corner. McNulty in a stalemate over there. The Rowan player moves it out and around. Wish that we had numbers to give you and names for the Rowan players. We like to recognize all these girls that are out there, but unfortunately just not able to do that tonight. So if you're watching later, or it's one of the ones that you care about, and there's a penalty. McNulty just drew the slash right there. Fortunately for her, it was on the stick and not on her. Pretty much a slash, but either way, it results in the same thing, which will be the Bandits' second power play. If they put a number up on the board, we can, and it matches one of the ones that we have, then we can give you at least an idea of who might have gotten it. And it's another number that I don't have. So maybe they're just using random numbers. Centering feed on the power play. Bandits looking to convert it quickly. They lead 3-0 with 11:30 left in period number 2. Gabby Rothstein scored in the second period after Izzy Camerata and Mia McSherry did the deed in the first. Battled for in the far side corner. Centering feed ends up at the point. Olivia Rothstein with a lot of time tees it up and just finds the Rowan player, had it stuck in her equipment, and Sperling's going to pick it up. Sperling through between the points for Venuto, fires it, and there's a save with the stick. Centering attempt was actually not a centering attempt. It was a breakout sort of pass on the penalty kill as McSherry moves it in over the line and will dump it. Sperling trying to come out and snuff it out on the other side, gets there first, tries to hit McSherry with it, but a little too strong, and the Profs will clear. No icing in effect on the penalty kill. That one would have been real close, but tonight we don't play those rules. We play tag up offsides, and you can send it down as many times as you want on the penalty kill. On Sunday, the rules are different. Rothstein walks between the points, goes down low for Sperling. Sperling turns, goes to Venuto, who will move it to the top of the circle and cross it for Folia. Folia looking on the back door for Sperling, gets her, wrist shot, score! It's a power play goal for Jessie Sperling, and the Bandits push the lead to 4-0. With 9:55 left in period number 2. They spread out. Folia got it after Venuto drew the defense out a little bit high. She skated with it around the top of the left circle, forced one of the penalty killers to come up and kind of get her, and then she fired it down to the opposite corner. Folia picked it up. Sperling got open on the far side, unmarked. Didn't one-time it, she just gathered it and then smoked it home. 4-0. So the long drive amidst some inclement weather and weather alerts from North Jersey here to South Jersey have not stopped the Bandits whatsoever as they lead by a score of 4-0. Battled for sprinting back into her own zone, Mandy Scott. She'll take it around her own net, dangle it for a second, maybe not on purpose, lost the handle there, was trying to get it to Bellin. Comes toward the hash on the far side. Keenan got the right pad on it, fished away as it slid through the crease. Rowan now trying to put pressure on low. They want to get on the board. Claus just sent that one right to the point, and now it's a ping pong game. They switch to the other side, but can't get the puck all the way through. So the Bandits eventually get it out of the zone, but Rowan with a couple of opportunities there couldn't quite cash in. Now trying 1-on-2 work. And the Bandits, once they're able to regroup, are able to clear it out. Bellin, the one giving chase over there, forces the player to turn and burn. She'll do that and get it into the zone, but found Otterbein there and couldn't get it in so cleanly as Shoemaker Gromick fires it off the boards on the far side to Bellin. Bella Bellin gains the line of center, dumps it in forcibly enough that the team can change maybe cleanly. They go for the home run pass, but Olivia Rothstein and Izzy Camerata both get there. Camerata got the player, Rothstein got the area. So they change just cleanly enough to do that. Here's Gabby Rothstein, wrist shot, save, rebound, sticked aside just at the last moment before Rothstein could grab the rebound. Now Olivia Rothstein, they play ping pong with it along the boards on the near side, and finally the puck springs out. Canuto's there, calmly grabs it, sends it forward, ties up the player that knocked down the pass away as we get under 7.5 minutes left in period 2. 4-0 Bandits. Middle right into McNulty, and eventually they lose possession. Chipped back in. This might be an icing if it gets all the way down, and it is an icing. 7:08 left in the second period. They will switch goalies. Okay, I think I heard them say, yeah, Dallas. So I'm guessing that was Dallas Hainsworth, and now Savannah Thomason is coming in. I hate guessing. That one fired down. That's not going to be an icing as the puck will die on its end. Shoemaker Gromick trying to get ahead of steam. Runs into a couple of players there. Loses the head of steam a little bit. Sperling's got it. Sperling trying to dangle through one. Picks it up. Turns and gets around. Wrist shot. Save. Rebound is there. Not covered. And they play it forward. Kept in by Scott at the point. It comes to the middle. And they get it up and out. Trying to barrel right through the middle. They get it in onside. Whiffing on the shot. And 4 Bandits come to the middle to prevent the shot. No trip there. That's a player trying to jump around Folia, and Folia just standing her ground. So good non-call there. There's been 2 penalties called in the game, both against Rowan, and 1 power play goal, which is by Jesse Sperling, among the 4 that the Bandits have tallied. On the offside, it's a face-off in front of the Rowan bench. Otterbein will take it. Rizzo on the left wing, Claus on the right wing. Olivia Rothstein and Fernanda Venuto on D. Venuto with the long stick got a piece of that. Potential break-in, centering feed. Olivia Rothstein got a skate on it and that was just long enough to interrupt what Rowan was trying to do. It comes to the point. Rizzo got maybe a piece of the shot because it was a point shot and there was nobody there, so maybe she got a piece of it. Claus has Rizzo forward, maybe waited just a couple of strides too long. That one's sent in. It's onside though because it was sent in maybe by a Rowan player. Wrist shot, saved by Keenan, cleared away with the backhand by Olivia Rothstein. It goes behind the end line. Picked up there by Rowan. They're trying to get some offense going between the points. Slapper whistles over the net as we go under 5:20. It's the worst of it as she's the one down on her knees, not getting up. Wrist shot. There's a save by Keenan with the glove, and she hangs on. 5:07 looks like. Four nothing Bandits. 5:07 left, period 2. Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Bandits and the Rowan University Profs. Battled for along the boards on the far side. 3-on-3 amongst the gaggle. Kept in still, and Rowan, they haven't won the war, but they won that battle. As Shoemaker Gromick was upended, maybe, I guess not by another player, otherwise there would have been a penalty. Scott's going to pick this up. She has a little room there, trying to get through everybody. Gets hooked. There's going to be another penalty. Scott tees it up. Camerata tees it up. Didn't get all of it, but forced the save. Now looking, Rothstein. Keenan is not coming out of the net, and now comes the whistle. They're all screaming for her to come out of the net, but if you're unfamiliar with why, when there is a delayed penalty, the team that committed the infraction has to possess the puck and being that if they would have to possess the puck in order to shoot it into your net, typically what you do is you rush to pull your goalie and get an extra attacker out there. Now, there are potentially repercussions where you could shoot the puck into your own empty net, and that has happened on rare occasions, but it almost never does, so the risk is worth the potential reward. They line it up on the power play, and there's a kick save by Thomason. On the half board, Camerata goes to Venuto, sends it up the middle, left pad save. Camerata to Venuto again, walks the line, back to Camerata, looking back door. He was looking for Olivia Rothstein coming back door, but it hit a skate of one of the Rowan players. Olivia Rothstein to McNulty. McNulty's looking to go to the point. Gabby Rothstein stepped at to the point, and she goes high-low with McNulty. McNulty now to Rothstein at the point. Olivia Rothstein, through traffic, was looking for Gabby to redirect it in front. Didn't quite connect. Venuto has it. Venuto walks the line. Comes back to Camerata. At the dot. Tees it up. Hits McNulty in the 4 on the back of her jersey. Camerata again. Looking to go low. She gets it to McNulty. McNulty between the points to Rothstein. Olivia Rothstein to Fernanda Venuto. Venuto teeing it up off of a shin pad. Back to Venuto from Rothstein. Now Olivia Rothstein. Snapper. Gets almost all the way through. There's a shot. Save. Covered and whistled. So that power play put a lot of pressure. Didn't quite convert, but sometimes it's not the first group that does it when that pressure comes on. They, even with the change, you often soften up a D, and then the next group comes on and cashes in. Sperling with McSherry and Folia up front. Shoemaker Gromick will set up between the points, and Scott will man the right point. Folia on the dot, Sperling in the slot. McSherry on the half wall. Centering attempt by Folia. She won that face-off. And she sent it into traffic over there. That one's fired up the near side wall and will get behind the D maybe, but Shoemaker-Gromick hustles it down. Tried to get bodied off there, but managed to keep her skates and let Jessie Sperling hustle it through a couple of zones and into the offensive zone with 14 seconds left on the Bandits power play. They have a 4-0 lead. Shoemaker-Gromick, wrist shot, was looking for the deflection, was Folia in front. Scott at the point, you could hear the tapping maybe of the goaltender's stick to indicate that the power play has now expired. The penalized player jumps all onto the bench. Centering feed doesn't get through. McSherry was looking for Folia up the middle. Up the far side they go, now back to full strength and less than 2 minutes remaining in the period. Bandits got 2 in the first, they've got 2 in the second. And they lead 4-0 over Rowan University. Folia knocked that one down. She's going to break in 1-on-1. Gets around the front. Backhander score! Folia with the flamingo. After the clinical undressing of the netminder, she got in 1-on-1. She turned the corner, hit right through the 5-hole. 5-0 Bandits, 92 seconds left in period number 2. Otterbein with Bellin and Rizzo up front, Venuto and Rothstein. Rizzo gets that one to knock down, sends it over for Otterbein. Shot, big save with the toe of the right pad. Rizzo and Otterbein have combined now in a couple of big chances over there. Bellin will force it down low. Rizzo on the pressure. Olivia Rothstein got it over to Rizzo. Gets through one, tees it up, wrist shot fired wide. Bellin will knock that pass attempt down, but she's 1-on-3. It comes back to her as one of the Rowan players who had it skated away. Venuto's going to pinch in from the point deftly, knocks it down with her glove for herself, sends it back in, steered through. Rowan player picks it up. Venuto knocks it down with the skate, trying to walk the line there, reverses it off of the skate. Bellin trying to hustle in to grab it. Eventually it goes to the middle. Olivia Rothstein had it for a moment, interrupted the charging player. Wrist shot, and they score! So with 25.4 seconds left in period number 2, Rowan gets on the board on a pretty and spectacular. She was 1-on-1, then 1-on-2. Was able to just shrug off defenders, and then when she had an open spot, she put a nasty wrist shot over the right shoulder of Harper Keenan. Wraparound attempt, nothing doing over there. The Rowan player slid backwards into the Bandits player. Wraparound attempt, nothing there. Bellin clears it to the wall. She's just trying to sit on it and knock away the rest of the time, and she does. So after 2, it's 5-1 Bandits. Bandits with a 16-7 edge in shots for the second period and 24-15 for the game. Thank you to Kevin Camerata doing wonderful statistical work for all of us tonight. "17 minutes will be on the clock when they face it off for period 3. And we are glad you are joining us tonight from all parts of the US, Canada, Sweden, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Slovenia, wherever you are. Slovakia, Tampa. We're glad you're joining us on Rizzo Vision. And You're looking for opponents that are challenging for you skill-wise. You don't want to play opponents that are really not going to push you, but it's worked out so far here for the Bandits against Rowan University. And as soon as even next year, there could be some of the players wearing black on the other side of this game. And some of the players got to tour Rowan University today with some of the players that they're playing against. Got to look at the school. I found out a little bit about their wonderful growing club program. Dan DeMonte and Dylan DeMonte doing a great job here building the program at Rowan, so credit to them. And if they do start a pipeline of some of these great players that are playing girls hockey at these levels in New Jersey, they're doing at the club level. Underway period 3. McNulty picks that one off behind the end line, tries to center it, but hit the back of the netting. Camerata, centering feed, was picked off over there, and she just picks it right back and marches in with McNulty. Centering feed, McNulty trying to tee it up, can't do it. Camerata picks it up on the dot, fires it off a shin pad. Shoemaker-Gromick goes back to Camerata. Centering feed, one-time McNulty scores! Maeve McNulty makes it 6-1 with 16:27 left in period number 3. So the Bandits have scored very quickly in each of the last 2 periods. This time it is McNulty off the wonderful feed from Camerata. And that's just about puck possession and staying in your spot and finding the open area and then converting when you have the chance. Banked off the end board. Sperling got a piece, but Rowan's going to be able to move it up and out. They're trying to rush 2-on-1, but Venuto prevents that from happening. Spins and turns it for Sperling. Threaded the needle between a couple, and here comes Julia Folia. Takes a long slapper, and Thomason lets it go by. McSherry in the near side corner. Battled for over there, 1-on-3, maybe 2-on-3, and Rowan will pick it up, and the Profs dump it in. It's not on net, but it's over the center line, so no, because the Bandits scramble back quickly enough. Exchanges with Venuto. She's breaking out 2-on-2 with Sperling. Venuto just lost the handle as she was trying to move it forward, and here comes Rowan. 2-on-2 also, but they're kind of in the same lane and not spreading out, and that gives the Bandits plenty of time to regroup. Sperling eventually picks it up after Venuto and Olivia Rothstein trapped. McSherry leaves it for Sperling, who tries to one-time it. Well, she did one-time it, just not the way that she wanted to. She didn't get good wood or composite or fiberglass or whatever the sticks are made of these days. Didn't get all of it. Near side wall, they chip it up. Mandy Scott keeps it in. Sent toward the middle by McSherry, but it didn't get all the way through to Rizzo. McSherry looking for Rizzo. Somebody flamingoed to let their skate get it out. Rizzo sends it back down along the end boards. McSherry trying to chase this one down. Near side wall, Otterbein trying to hustle over there. McSherry retreats back. Rizzo goes to get it. Nearly picked that one off as she was hustling right almost at the net. Both bring it in, get toward the middle, 3-on-2, one-timer goes wide. Shoemaker-Gromick interrupted the path of that shot as we hit the 14-minute mark left. Another shot came in and another save by Profs. Get it toward the middle. The house is still protected though. They're letting them skate around it but not letting them in. Wraparound attempt, and Keenan saw it all the way, knocked it down with the pad, recovers it up. 13:23 left, period number 3, 6-1 Bandits. chipped up the boards on the far side off the face-off. Olivia Rothstein couldn't quite get it out of the zone. And Rowan, one-timer in front, didn't get it at the net. And here comes Camerata to McNulty, skating through the logo on center ice. Back to Camerata, tees it up. Wrist shot went just wide, or maybe the goalie got a piece. Rothstein trying to flip it forward, but it stayed on her stick like a flapjack on a spatula, a sticky one. Gabby Rothstein slaloming through, gains the offensive zone, still going, tries to leave it for McNulty, just found a little bit too much traffic. McNulty gets it now, loses it. Now Gabby Rothstein has it, bumped away over there, comes to the point. Olivia Rothstein, who's going to tee it up, elects to finesse it forward and let Camerata do some of the dirty work, which she does well. Camerata still with it, 1-on-3, now 1-on-1, now 1-on-2. And eventually it's sent around to the other side. 12:15 left, period 3. Bandits in control, 6-1. That one sent up into the protective netting, and the whistle stops play. As a result, 12:08, the time remaining. If you're just tuning in, we're glad you are. And don't forget to join us on Sunday when the Bandits battle the State Line Hawks from Larchmont, New York. Foley wins the faceoff to Scott. Scott to Sperling, playing sort of in slow motion there. The pass doesn't get through traffic, but Rowan can't get it out. Scott sends it across from McSherry, but it's an effective dump instead of a pass. Rowan trying to regroup, but Sperling knocks it down with a skate. Promising. .11:47 now. Scott at the point, had a glove on it but couldn't catch it. 1-on-3. There's a long shot with not a great angle. Keenan gloves it down and covers it up. Face-off won by the Bandits, comes to the near side. Folia used the feet to get hold of it and allow Sperling to get out. She's 1-on-4, sends it for McSherry. Somebody got a piece of it, so it wasn't a clean pass. Otherwise, McSherry would have walked in behind the D on the opposite side. Bandits doing a great job sending those passes across the ice and completing a lot of them. They're hard to complete because you're sending them through multitudes often of players, and those players do not want those passes to go through. McSherry sells out there to get it up, but can't get it out. Under 11 minutes now, 6-1 Bandits. They're in control. The win-loss portion of this game is effectively decided, but some of the other stuff is interesting to see and fun to watch. So we got 10.5 minutes of game time of that. And we're going to enjoy every bit here on Rizzo Vision as that puck squirts out. McSherry doesn't have an angle on it. It goes all the way out. The Rowan player grabs it, turns it, and sends it back through. Gabby Rothstein, or rather Olivia Rothstein, sends it for Bellin. Bellin chips it off the boards, but way too hard, and it's going to be an icing. And they will face it off to the circle on the left of Harper Keenan. She hasn't faced as many as her counterparts, but she's been there as their goaltender. They give no quarter, no matter who is between the pipes. And in many games this season, they are going to have the advantage against Olivia Rothstein picks it up. She's going to try to get it into the zone, leaves it for Bellin. Bellin reverts it back to Venuto. Venuto waits, looks, waiting for somebody to get open, fires it up right toward the middle, and that's going to be another icing. So they will change up and face it off down in the defensive zone once again. Just a change from Rowan, it looks like. Maybe the defense pair for the Bandits. Otterbein on the dot, Bellin and Rizzo, the two wings in the slot. They win it, there's Rowan, they go to the point. Couldn't get it through traffic, didn't even try. Close range shot, Keenan made the save. She got the right arm on it above where her blocker is. Centering attempt goes on net, whistled down, and a stoppage of play on the frozen puck. 9 minutes even remaining. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo and Bellin the wings. Are in the slot. Shoemaker Gromick. That one comes out to the point. Rizzo rushed the point there, skated around her, sends it far and wide of the net. Comes to the left point, through traffic, knocked down by Shoemaker Gromick. Couple of players there for the Bandits. It gets down low. Wrist shot, save Keenan. Gets another save, holds on. It's still loose in the slot. Shoemaker Gromick is saying, what else has to happen for you to blow the whistle? But I guess the referee saw the puck the entire time, never blew the whistle, and Rowan gets a goal. 6-2 with 8:35 remaining. So unfortunately, we don't have numbers on the jerseys, so we can't tell you who is who. For Rowan. And that puck eventually fished out of the back of the net. With a little jump in their step. Rowan comes down off the face-off. It's been a little bit of their bugaboo at times in this game. Alone in front, backhander score! And all of a sudden, with 8:16 left, Rowan has closed it to 6-3. So they get the little jump in their step and win a face-off and get another one in. A little defensive breakdown there by the Bandits. This one a totally different one than the previous goal, which was on an extended goal mouth scramble where I couldn't see the puck for 3 seconds, but the referees were right there and I guess they could see it. This one just a completely different scenario, and it's 6-3. So the plot thickens. We'll see what the Bandits have left here in the tank. If they respond or tighten up the D. The D has been really magnificent kind of right up until that point. The first goal that Rowan scored was a 1-on-3 type effort as Camarada powers through one player, eventually picks up the loose puck herself, looking to get through the neutral zone and does. Trying to walk it right down Broadway. Gets close, right shot, score! Camarada gets it back with 7:35 left in the game and pushes the lead back to 4. It's 7-3 Bandits. Camarada picked up that puck on the far boards after she was battling for it on the rush. She had it. Picked it back off the defender, curled around, went through neutral ice, walked in, shook off a defender. Got just inside the top of the right circle toward the inside hash mark, and another clinical shot into the top left corner of the net. So she's got a pair. And Whatever momentum Rowan had has now disappeared. But they're still trying to get players behind the defense as they were there. And now they'll break in low. Comes to the point, now between the points they go and send it down low. First to retrieve it. They do have a couple of players in front now. That's not something that we had seen them do as much in the first two periods. Folia brings it up, uses her skates to help get herself through some traffic. Here comes McSherry, centering feed, knocked down, picked up by Rowan, and they bring it out. Sent in deep. Shoemaker Gromick uses the body to shield off the player, gets a little help from Folia. Nobody really making any progress with it. Rowan is going to try to tee this one up, and they go to the points instead of just turning around. I don't think the player in the slot realized how open she was. Redirect attempt in front, doesn't go the right way off the stick. And the Bandits are going to be able to walk it in. Folia trying to tee it up. She does. It comes off the catching glove, and the Profs control the rebound. Sent all the way up. Venuto fields it like a center fielder, and now she's making like a running back for a moment. Flipped it in. That'll allow the completion of the change. And Otterbein is going to pick this up. She's losing it there at center. And now Rowan will bring it in. Bandits down there. Claus trying to bring it out. Rizzo knocks it out of the zone. Rizzo's 1-on-2. Not much where to go. Goes toward the middle. Still possessing it now 1-on-4. And Rothstein at the point. Tried to keep it in. Nearly did. 1-on-3. Rowan will break into the zone. And oh, Rizzo with a big hit from behind. And now she's going to take a hit from somebody else. And the player gets up. And Rizzo's going to the box with 5:09 left. Haven't seen her in the box much over the years, but she certainly earned that one. And most importantly, the Rowan player is okay. They don't call it a 2-10, which sometimes you do see when there's a check from behind, close to the boards if the player goes face first. You would see an extra player in the box. So Rizzo in the box for two. That's the first Bandit penalty of the game. Centering feed goes wide, hits the outside of the net. They'll look to set up the power play for the first time. Rowan trailing 7-3. A high-scoring Saturday night. Now they're 7 threes like a football score. So forget about your college football. Watch this. It's college hockey tonight. Rowan University against the New Jersey Bandits. Rothstein and Rothstein pick it up. Gabby's the one who's... 2:52 remaining. 7-3 Bandits. Comes toward the point. Knocked forward and in. McSherry trying to move it out. Rowan circling. Trying to get it down low. They do, but not in the center. Here comes Scott over to Sperling, has McSherry with her. McSherry gets in, tees it up, stick save, rebound picked up right in front, and Rowan will move it out. Incomplete pass over there, but not enough for it to be icing. As we tick down, just over 2 minutes remaining, 7-3, the Bandits lead, and they are in control now. Wrist shot, score, and just as I say it, with 1:58 left, the deficit is now 3. So Rowan getting themselves in position where they might decide to just pull the goalie and see if they can rally. Otterbein with Claus and Rizzo now up front. Rothstein and Venuto on D. Interesting, they have 2 left-handed and 2 right-handed defensemen tonight, and they play the 2 lefties together and the two righties together. Rizzo is hounding on that one, forced to turnover eventually. Claus gets it, sends it across, and Otterbein there trying to pick it up. Rizzo was there as well, gets through one. Now they're trying to skate it out. Otterbein and Rizzo try to force the play. It comes to the near side and then the far side, centered through the middle. Claus got a piece of it. Comes to the near side wall now, and up but not out. Net is empty, so there's 82 seconds of net empty time. Rizzo disrupted the play. That play's onside because there's tag up icing. They try to battle for it. Here comes Rowan, 6-on-5, but they don't have the other three in the zone yet. Centering feed popped up. Otterbein chips it out. Rowan moving it up and into the zone now. Bandots picks it off. 52 seconds and the net empty. Sent down the middle. This is going to be an icing. Not down the middle enough. So 45 and change remaining. And especially with a 3-goal deficit, they really need to put one in almost immediately. And it's sort of the dream scenario if you're a defender, meaning on the team defending 5-on-6. If you're one of them, or the goalie, because you can take pot shots at the empty net, and all you're doing is just creating defensive zone faceoffs. Camerata looking for the hat trick. She'll take it into an empty net. McNulty has one. She'd take a second. Olivia Rothstein has that. Sent down. It was icing for a moment because Gabby Rothstein was in the offensive zone. Fernanda Venuto has it under 20 seconds. She definitely has eyes for that empty net. Possesses it for a while. Can't maintain it. Rowan players trying to get set up, but Rothstein and Rothstein eliminate their plan. Camerata picks that one off, skates around one. She's going to be looking for the empty net, but can't get it out of the zone as time expires. And the Bandits finish off their 7-4 victory. And they mob Harper Keenan. They'll be in action on Sunday against the State Line Hawks. If you like what you see, subscribe to Rizzo Vision and hit that alerts button, and you'll get all the updates that you could ever want and follow all the action as you see fit. Shots for the game, 29-28 in favor of the Bandits, 13-6 for Rowan in the third period as they tried to mount a rally. But the Bandits built enough cushion and they were able to take advantage of it and get the 3-goal victory. That's going to do it from Hollydell Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. We hope to see you soon. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits Hockey on Rizzo Vision.